In front of you are two bikes. On the left, a WR250r, and the right, an XT250. Both these bikes are very capable, very reliable, street-legal dual sports made by Yamaha currently sold in the US. Today, I'm going to go over the differences between them and hopefully help you decide which one is right for you. I'm Trevor, and you're watching Two Wheelin'. First, I'll start off with the specs and then explain the practical effects of these. The weight of both bikes is about 290 pounds. The WR is fuel injected, and so are the newer XTs. Earlier XTs, however, were carbureted. The WR engine makes about 28 horsepower compared to 17.5 on the XT. The water-cooled WR has 6 gears while the air-cooled XT has 5. The XT has a low seat height of about 32 inches while the WR is 36.6. WR suspension travel is 10.6 inches front and rear, while the XT has 8.9 inches in the front and 7.1 in the rear. Both bikes have 18-inch rear wheels and 21-inch fronts. There are many other subtle differences, like the XT's 2.6 gallon tank compared to the 2 gallons on the WR. Neither bike is available with ABS, and the XT sells for just over $5,000 new, while the WR is typically about $7,000. Prices vary heavily though, and used models are common, so check your local area. How do these bikes compare in the real world though? Well, the XT is lower to the ground, which helps a lot for boosting confidence, especially in shorter riders. The XT engine is also far less powerful than the WR, again a confidence booster for beginner riders. On the trail, the XT eats up tons of choppy sections, making them feel like nothing. Really try and push an XT hard though, and it will take some effort. For example, it's hard to pick up the front wheel of an XT, and the short, soft suspension won't take bigger hits as well. The XT does great on many trails, but don't expect to take it on your local trials loop. Once you come to terms with the tall seat height and aggressive suspension, the WR is a more capable machine. The suspension is stiffer, more adjustable, and better fit for very techy trails. The engine offers more torque to lift the front wheel over obstacles. To sum up, on the trail the XT is easy to ride and more than enough for most people. But for those who really want to squeeze every ounce of performance out and are willing to sacrifice ease of use, the WR is more capable. To be clear, that's on the trail, but these bikes are both street legal after all, so how did they compare on the road?
Time to get on the highway. Here's flat out up a hill.
Well, the XT has barely enough power to get by on the highway. Twist the throttle wide open and you may see 70 miles per hour. The XT starts feeling high-strung though past about 50. So if you have a commute with mostly 45 or 55 mile per hour speed limits, the XT will do just fine, but it's really not the right bike for going 65 daily. By contrast, the WR has about 50% more power and a 6-speed transmission. This gives the WR a big edge over the XT. I have a whole video dedicated to how the WR handles the highway, so check that out if you want more in-depth info. But the short answer is that the WR cruises comfortably about 10 miles per hour higher than the XT.
So I just hopped on my WR after riding the XT for a while, and wow. You know, I've ridden both of these bikes a lot. I have a lot of seat time on both the XT225 and 250, along with the WR. It's rare though that I've ridden them back to back and like intentionally compared. The XT just feels like a small bike. Your seat's low and it's skinny. The WR has a lot more width. The tank is bigger, and just overall it's a bigger bike. The XT is just easier to ride.
Neither bike is built for the highway, but the WR maintains an edge over the XT in this case. Take them out to slower, twisty roads though, and that edge diminishes. The WR is still more peppy, but both bikes are pretty fun to lean over. In addition to this, if you want to change how a WR feels, there are vast amounts of aftermarket upgrades available. The same just can't be said for the XT. Good luck finding a windshield, oversized tank, or engine guards for an XT250. There's some, but not a lot. So, which bike is right for you? Well, if you frequently plan on highway rides, you really like performance, and don't mind a bigger bike, then the WR is probably the right fit. However, if pavement will rarely touch your tires, and you want a mountain goat that will happily chug up most trails with ease, the XT is a great choice, and it won't hurt your wallet as much. If you do decide on an XT, however, I would strongly suggest you search for a fuel-injected model, aka 2013 or newer. Now, if you're really on a budget, the older model XT, the XT250 Cero, is a great bike too. It's not as refined or good looking, but the value is awesome, and in my opinion, it's even better off-road than the newer XT250. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'd truly appreciate it. If you have any questions or personal experience with the two bikes, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.